I'm procrastinating because I'm nervous. So I've recently been informed that it has in fact been 2 years since I announced I was going to be remaking my Let It Out animatic, and not much progress has been made. You see, I have two problems currently. First of all, I'm in desperate need of content, and two, I need motivation in order to continue working on this Let It Out animatic. There's too many things that I want to work on, so I've just been working on like bits and pieces of things. I can't decide what I'm doing. I don't know anymore. I'm losing my train of thought. I should have written a script for this, dude. My second thing, I need some kind of motivation to work on this animatic again. I haven't rewatched this since the year that I uploaded it, and I haven't been able to bring myself to watch it ever since. Long story short, what this video is my own sort of public humiliation ritual for not completing the new animatic when I said I was going to get it done. And hopefully I can just kind of torture myself into continuing my work on the new one. So it's time to do a live reaction and critique to the animatic that I made when I was 16 years old. I'm gonna try really hard to be nice to myself because this is my own artwork, but also there are people out there that are currently at this skill level. It's gonna be really hard though. It was great timing for my headphones to die when they did because I've just been waiting for them to charge, and it's given me plenty of time to not want to do this. But we're locking it in. We're doing it. Okay. We've already got some pretty wonky perspective, but this is a really... Okay, we're already getting into some critique stuff. I'm critiquing this as I go. This is how I'm coping, okay? There's only just enough stuff going on right here to imply that this is a theater that he's walking into. I also could have been a little bit more generous with the shadow stretching on the floor. Oh, the sound design goes crazy. And here we have some extremely wispy and shaky lines. Okay, it would have been nice to see Paul actually walk by because we're just immediately cutting to these guys. I don't hate this shot entirely though. It's like, it's super awkwardly framed. Let's just grab that real quick. Okay, so first things first. We have like a horizon line that's being established right here. I see we punched in. I don't hate that. I don't hate that entirely. Like, it would be nice to have at least like an orb of some kind to it, because that's the meteor behind the curtain, obviously. And it'd be nice to have at least like a pinpoint or something to like fully establish what exactly we're like looking at. This is missing just like something. This could also use like some like shadows or something just to like better frame like the curtains on the stage. It'd be really nice if we could actually see Paul like moving across the screen, because they're all looking in this direction, which is implying that Paul walked off screen. So, you know, past Maggie, it would have been really nice to see that. Could have taken 1 extra second to draw him. I don't know how short Paul is, because the scaling of this is very interesting. Like, all that we have is this like one line on the ground here. Let's establish at least some super rough perspective. Imagine we have a room. Okay, and then imagine I actually took the time to have stick figure Paul. Still not entirely sure what the perspective is. I decided to put our line of sight pretty much like almost dead center. And so it'd be really nice if these guys were like, okay, yeah. It just takes a little bit of reframing so we can actually see these guys and they're watching Paul like walk off screen. And that'd be a lot more like generally like cohesive. There's like almost like a Dutch angle going on here. It'd be kind of cool to have it tilted just like a little bit more. It is like kind of an early reveal, you know? It all happens so fast, I just like immediately have them in there. I went through the effort of editing in like music and this like whole extra scene. Like, I'll give myself props for having this whole like slow opening and everything, because it adds some nice like pacing. But yeah, this was extremely awkwardly framed. Like, yeah, because our line of sight moves from here to down here. This expression. He turns around and there's no one there. Sound effect would have been nice. Whoa.
We've been waiting.
Okay, yeah. That pose. What angle is this? The perspective is just out the window. Okay, sorry. I was gonna watch this in full. Okay. I'm gonna slow down. I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
Stay back. Watch out, Paul.
Watch out, Paul. There's so much negative space here. What's happening? I'm so stressed right now. Okay.
Might kick your head.
And that would be...
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna shut up. Where did she come from? Where?
Ted! Emma's boss!
Okay. We actually have Paul acknowledging where Ted is. Ted is to Paul's right. We're assuming that she is standing right in front of him.
Ted! Emma's boss!
Okay, so perhaps she didn't have the cleanest entrance ever, but I'll give myself a point for having Paul acknowledge like the placement in the scene.
That's right, Paul. All your best.
Okay, why was I like allergic to full shots? Everyone is constantly in like a medium or medium close-up. Awesome, another medium close-up. I love those. They're my bread and butter.
Well, I'm gonna put a stop to all this.
I thought you didn't care about saving the planet.
Where did she come from? Where is that? We got people just spawning out of thin air.
Pull this pin and you're all toast.
Sorry, why do I have captions on? Those were not helpful at all. I love the random bits of animation. This animatic already looks like it's like visually struggling to hold itself together, so going through the effort of adding animation is really funny to me.
You wouldn't do that, Paul.
I sure as hell will.
And what about you? You die too. Is that what you want?
It doesn't matter what I want.
I love that we had the budget for some random keyframes, but none whatsoever for actual perspective.
We think it does.
Okay, again, it would have been nice to see some characters actually moving to where they're gonna be, or some kind of implication instead of them just spawning.
Fact! We think there's a song and you react.
Oh yeah, also, in the whole scene that I included before the song starts with the talking to Paul, there's some lines that were cut from the original scene, and it's the line with Paul's boss talking about, you know, being choked by his wife, and a lot of people asked why I cut that from the scene. Well, I was 16, so yeah. I remember so many people in the comment section either like jokingly being mad that I cut that line, or just like being upset that that joke was removed and everything. I was 16, guys. Whoa! We had the budget for that? We had the budget for eyes flashing?
Is your heart so damn weak that you won't give us a peek of your soul?
Just let it out! There's a voice inside of you.
And I know.
Okay, wait. Would have been nice. Would have been nice to see a little bit of motion before he gets on the stage. That could have been cool. That could have been nice.
It's a singular voice.
Okay, so we have a really awkward start to this. Okay, see, I'm not even doing like anything crazy. We're just drawing lines, okay? We're just doing something basic here. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. I didn't know what I was doing with the composition at all. I was just drawing stuff. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't using my brain. So you see, we feel like we're actually somewhere. And then imagine that Paul actually is mostly standing correctly. Okay, so another issue here. The spotlight is awkwardly cropped. Because the implication of this shot is that, you know, Paul doesn't want to go any closer because he's worried that he's going to succumb to the hive mind. I don't hate this angle. Like, I get it. I get what I was going for. We could go harder with this. Like, we need to have this spotlight feel like it's really looming over him. Let's have it at like a more dynamic angle, you know? And there's too much of the stage. It's like there's both too much of the stage and not enough. Because, like, what is all of the negative space that's happening? We don't need to see all of that. Okay, Paul, get out of here. It could honestly probably take up even more space. And having Paul looking scared, looking like he's shitting his pants. Like, oh, I'm so scared. I don't want to be in a musical. Do we see the vision? We see? See, I know how to do things. Okay, sorry, back to it. Okay. What just happened? I think that was supposed to be like a change in the shot. It's like this like whole movement of him sticking his arm out, and then the part when he faces forward. I think that's supposed to be two separate shots. But since he's framed the exact same way, and there's no change in the background or anything, it's kind of hard to convey that. We could use a little bit of anatomy work. We finally got a full shot.
It's your proximity to the meteor, Paul.
It's your proximity to the meter, Paul. Wherever it is. She didn't feel like drawing it.
Feel your apotheosis begin as they take root in your minds, I pin.
What was that?
Oh, that timing was rough. I also love how Mr. Davidson was not on screen for most of that dialogue. I think that's supposed to be Mr. Davidson.
The air in here is thick with its spore.
He's still talking, and the camera's still on Paul. This would have been a great time to cut to Mr. Davidson delivering the rest of his lines, but I guess I just didn't feel like drawing him.
You let it out.
Is that a note?
We have the budget for lip syncing? Wow!
Just a sound. And I felt like
Okay.
oh God, just stop it. I'm splitting two. Is this me or is this you? Am I down? Coming apart. I'm seen. La da 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 da. No.
Yeah?
Is this me or is this you? you? Am I
Sorry, I had to, yeah. We're doing too many. Draw the things that are happening. We could use just like one keyframe. Could you spare one keyframe of like the anticipation of the movement before he hunches over? We could have spared at least one. We had the budget for lip syncing, but not enough. What? Where did the other spotlights come from? There's something happening here. I don't hate it. I think if I actually put effort into the environment and some lighting and everything, then this would actually be like a pretty sick shot. It'd be cool if the other two spotlights served a purpose beyond just converging into one. Like it's cool. It's cool, but why?
I've never been happy. Is my integrity worth anything at all? But happiness can't come.
Why was he looking at me?
Am I crazy?
Can we have spare one more pose? Spare one more pose.
Come before it's fall.
Or on a medium close-up of him just being like, happiness can come before it's fall. Next shot, he's immediately, am I crazy? We couldn't have had a singular frame of him moving his arm. Just one. Just, you could spare one frame. One pose. Just one.
Maybe I've always been.
Maybe I've always been. Maybe I've always been. I said I was gonna be nice. It's my work. I'm allowed to be me to myself.
It's not free now. The shout out hate I found. But what will I let in? Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Am I crazy? I don't.
But back in the day, with these musical animatics, like it was a really fun era of the internet. It was a really fun era to be a teenager amongst fan bases and everything. Because a lot of these animatics, it was less about creating a cinematic sequence and more so about, I just like these characters and I want to draw them. And when you're making an animatic solely to draw characters for the fun of it, especially if you're a young artist, you're probably going to resort to only showing them from the shoulders up. I know that I was aware of that trend back in the day, and I know that I was trying to make a conscious effort to try, but this, I've only barely gotten over that bar. Like I've had a few. I've had just a few full shots, but oh boy is this animatic allergic to some wide shots. Okay, those are actually some strong lines.
If I let it.
I don't like musicals!
Seed. Wow. Okay, so this wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. You know what? In my on my little iPad, I'm seeing what I have so far for the animatic, and it's not done. It's not remotely close to done. I'm trying to make this good, okay, guys? I don't want to post a whip. You know what? I'll just slap this together in DaVinci Resolve, and you guys can be the judge of how my skills have since developed. Mind if I get vulnerable with you guys for a second in this horrible, horrible lighting? Yeah, I'm milking this. So listen, just I have some things I want to ramble about real quick. If you don't want to hear the heart to heart, I could, here's the timestamp. You could skip to that to see the animatic, okay? So you could skip there, but let me talk. The biggest takeaway that I have from reviewing this is that I'm gonna get extra vulnerable here. There was a time that I was really passionate about being involved in online communities and posting my work and interacting with people online. And the biggest thing that's changed about how I function as an artist is I've learned a lot, but also I question myself a lot because, you know, it's good that I've grown to put more forethought into my work. But as you can see, that has led to me having projects that have been sitting on the side for 2 to 3 years. I have so much respect for my teenage self for just making something. Is it good? That's up for debate. The way that I used to make art is I would just do it. I would not do any planning at all, and I would just plunge forward into it. I experienced the most growth that I ever did as an artist during that time. I was just constantly making things all the time, and I learned so much from that. What I've learned about myself and what I value as an artist is I think it's better to just make it exist. It's better to just make something exist and get it out there than for it to never see the light of day, you know? I miss not being so afraid of how my work is perceived. And so there was a time that I was really proud of that animatic, and like the main reason why I haven't taken it down is because even though it was really hard to watch, the only reason I haven't taken it down is because I am still proud of myself for making it in the first place. And I think I still have a lot to learn from that experience. If there's anything that you should learn from this video, it's we should all be making stuff that we feel passionate about, and go ahead and post the stuff that you're working on. Why does it matter? We're all gonna die anyways, eventually, someday.
We think there's a song in you yet. What's in your soul? Is your heart so damp and bleak that you won't give us a peek of your soul?
Just let it out. There's a voice inside of you on the edge of coming through. What's it about?
And I know it's a singular voice, Paul. You've just got to give up your choice. Just let it out, let it out, let it out. Let it out, let it out, let it out. Just let it out, let it out, let it out. Let it out, let it out. Never! What was that?
You let it out.
Was that a note? Or just a sound? Am I finally coming round to a round scheme? Oh God, just stop it! I'm split in two. Is this me? Or is this you? Am I dead? I'm coming apart at the seams. La da 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 da. No! No, 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 no!
Just let it out, let it out, let it out. Let it out, let it out, let it out. Just let it out, let it out, let it out. Let it out, let it out. Let it.
I've never been happy. Wouldn't that be nice? Is this the secret? Singing and dancing through life. Is my integrity worth anything at all? But happiness can't come before its fall. Am I crazy? Maybe I've always become what I've hated. Or maybe I never did. It's so freeing now to share the hate I felt. But what will I let in if I let it out?
Let it out, let it out.
Am I crazy? I don't think so.
Let it out. Let it out. Let it out.
Maybe I've always been.
Just let it out, let it out, let it out.
God help me out.
Let it out.
If I let it
I don't like musicals!
Anyways, if you guys want me to finish this animatic so bad, how about you subscribe? Subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next one, whichever that one is.